you doing, fam?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what's up, man.
What was the most exciting thing of today?
Today,
Mm-hmm.
I woke up and my little cousins basically I'm trying to think. Like they came into my room basically and they wet their socks and threw them at my face.
Oh my!
Yes.
Were they your fans?
No. that is something that fans would do. That's something that fans would do.
For anyone who doesn't know, Tony B apparently has violent fans.
Very, very violent fans. Very, very.
Actually, on behalf of your fans, we gotta get this out the way. When is the album dropping? Before they send me threats. When is it dropping?
This is shit that happens. this is shit that happens. I personally said I ain't want to do an album this year because I had dropped Longer Days earlier. So I was like, bet I'm going to just go the entire year not dropping an album after this.
So the beginning of next year.
I don't know about the beginning of next year, but next year sometime I haven't figured out a date. I'm stacked up though on a lot of unreleased. So my vote is pretty big.
So what I'm hearing is that you don't care about your fans.
I care. But it takes time to do things. It takes time. It takes time.
Only fans, I'm on y'all side, all right? I'm trying. Not playing.
Right. The violence.
Now, actually, we already went through this like before the cameras rolling.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But do you want to like share one of your funniest fan stories?
Yeah.
That's happened to you.
So I was doing merch last year, and it was a fan from. Well, I was on campus then, so it was a fan from Greenville, and I met her to give her a shirt. It's like early in the morning. It's like 9 a.m. and 9 or 10 something. But I meet her to get her a shirt, and she like completely fangirl, like in the middle. She's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, hello. But nah, I gave her a shirt, and then she was like, I'm finna go home and put this on like right now. And then she looked at me and she was like, you're gonna be famous, right? I was like, I mean, that's the goal. She was like, bro, you like famous already. It's just like, it just keeps getting better and better and better. So, but yeah, that was pretty cool though. Other than that, it was a house party, and when I walked in the house party, they put Forever on, and like I literally like performed in the middle of the house party, and like the whole house was like singing and shit. I was like, bro, that's dope.
That's dope. You also got fans who are eagerly waiting for your merch, aren't they? Like
with threats.
With threats. Yeah. With threats. You drop the merch, it sells out.
Drop the merch, it sells out, and they threaten me to drop again. Every single time.
Like that.
What's the fastest time it sold out?
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours. It was like 50 to 70 hoodies.
Not a lot of people say that, dude. Not a lot of people say that. Good shit.
The way I do hoodies, though, I do it in like two different. Well, anytime I drop merch, it's two different versions because I feel like it gotta apply to, like, if I say you this, you feel special because you're the only person that got this, and then a couple other people do too. But if I sell out on that, it was just that one. And then other people start to sit there and say, oh, it's okay, I'm going to just get the next batch. But if I got two different ones and they sit there and they choose, like, I've been seeing people wear this one, so I'm going to get this one. Like, so I feel like it's a marketing tactic that I be trying to throw out. Like,
that's cool.
If I get them an option, then they kind of figure it out on, like, what they actually want to, like, wear or whatnot.
I could not relate. In the future, I wish I had any merch that's dropping, but I cannot relate right now. So that's interesting to know.
It's cool doing merch, though. I like it. It's fun.
What would you say, like, is the favorite merch so far? I know the Hood Angel.
Lavender hoodies.
Lavender hoodies?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we getting any?
I did some. I think I want to bring them back, actually. So I had dropped the album Longer Days, and I made Longer Days merch. And the color that I wanted was, like, lilac, lavender. And on the front, it say Longer Days. But then on the back, it say More Problems on My Head. And then it got like a dash that say Hood Angel.
So take me back to, like, because I personally don't know you as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm super curious to know about your history, how you started into music, and what was your journey from going into, like, or just going into a regular person to now this the person with a fan base, person who has this eagerly waiting people with
I still
merch,
feel like it's the
songs.
same. I feel like it's the same. Like, I be saying that, and I know that it's not, but internally, I feel like it's the same. It's just more people, like, they gravitate. That's just about it. And I don't think I'm going to have, like, that what's the name moment until it gets taken to that bar, in a way. But starting out, though, homeboys from high school was like, we should create a rap group. Cool. Did that. Then eventually we went to college, all three of us. Still cool. It was some other people in the group too, but that's neither here nor there. Like, that kind of died off. But when I got to college, I was trying to create more music, but I didn't have no mic. I didn't have nothing. So Sergeant J, which I know you remember. I think you remember Jeremy. Yeah. He the producer that created Bust It. So I used to go to his room all the time, and I used to freestyle over his beats.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met this one guy. His name is, well, he go by Who, but at the time, like, I call him Chef. And I knew he was a producer for another song that was down in Commerce at that time on campus that was like super, super known. And so when I met him, I was like, I just want to know, like, how can I get software? Or like, what's your studio time looking like? When he told me his price, I was like, I ain't feeling that. So just let me know how can I get software? Right. But eventually he gave me software, and his only thing was he gave it to me for free. And he was like, it's just if you don't stop making music, then we good. I was like, okay, bet. So then I had a cousin, and he wasn't a rapper, but he just made music for fun, and he had a USB mic, and he gave it to me just because.
So you started with the USB mic and free software.
Yeah. I still got the same setup.
No cap. Really?
So serious. They got the same setup.
What about the songs that are released right now? They're same all made on the
same setup.
USB mic?
Yep.
Man, that goes to show you that equipment that does not actually matter that much.
I recorded every single thing, like, in different buildings that I had to stay in. So the freshman dorm that I stayed in, I did everything in that room. But at that time period, I didn't really release nothing freshman year. I started releasing sophomore year. Yeah. But sophomore year, moved to the next building, recorded everything there. Then I got a job as an RA. Went over to Honest College where I was an RA, and I recorded everything there for like the next.
So let's talk more about, like, because that's where I met you. I knew you as, Tony Robertson, Mr. Degrees,
Robertson.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Mr. Degrees, and like, just like you were saying, this man, first of all, he didn't sleep. He did not sleep.
I still don't. Well, I actually do. I sleep a little bit more now. It's true. Sleep a little bit more now. I do. I'm trying to balance the sleep schedule.
A little more? Okay. But I remember you used to take snaps of you, like, I think in your dorm room or somebody's dorm room, and you was making music and stuff like that. So, like, how would you go from, going to classes, doing your homework, managing all this?
I was on 2 hours of sleep. It got worse than that, though. It got way, way worse. Because by the time I start, like, really getting more into music and whatnot, I really don't understand how I was creating time, because I had to. All my classes was in Dallas, but I was, I'm in Commerce, so I had to take a shuttle bus to Dallas, and all of my classes are 4 hours apiece at that time. So I was literally out there from like noon to 8 a.m. like, and then I catch a bus right back to Commerce, and I make music up until like 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. Go to sleep for probably like 2-3 hours, whatever. Get up, do homework, go to the cafe, probably get something to eat, then go to work, get off of work, go to class, all the way in Dallas again, and then run it back like every single day.
What was the motivation behind it? Was it just your passion towards music, or was it more than that? Was it a goal you had in mind? You want to be on the stage, you want to have these many fans, you want to have this much money. What was your motivation behind even pursuing this thing?
I think it was more if I don't do it, then who else gonna do it? Like, I made the decision to record myself. I made the decision to teach myself how to engineer, and shoot, you know, I went to college for graphic design. I didn't go for rapping.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Graphic design?
I went for graphic design, and I got my degree in it too. So shit.
That's funny.
Like,
And so I was making all of my, you know, I'm making all of my cover arts and writing all my songs. Like, I'm doing the whole forte, but you know, I'm not making my beats, but I'm buying them. But it's like, you know, if I'm putting all of this into that, I don't know who else gonna do it. Like, can't nobody else do it for me. At first, when I first started out, it was people that was doing it for me. So like, I literally would just show up, you know, da 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 da. They play a beat. Okay, we go to the booth, record this, play it back, and they engineer it. But it probably take them like 6 months to engineer. So that's something I ain't want to go through again. I'm like, I'm not finna.
6 months to engineer.
I can't be on nobody else's time if I'm trying to do music. Like, ain't no telling how long it's gonna take them to get me the song back. You know, then you got to go through the fan base that I have. If I would have had it then, it would have been and died off. I had a consistency now because it's like, this is what I put out, and I put it out on my own accord, and I can stack it up the way I want to. I can drop the way I want to. I can, like, I have my hands on everything.
That's the best thing about art, man. Art, it could be music, it could be graphic design, it could be painting. The thing about art is that regardless of how the world is changing, art's always going to be there. People are always going to crave for artistic people, because think about the time in COVID, right? So many businesses went out. Restaurants, we have clubs, bars, everything went out. But music was still selling just as good. No one's ever going to stop listening to music or appreciating, you know, graphic designs and stuff like this.
True.
So that's the best thing about art, and that field that's why it's so many people trying to compete for that top position, trying to be like Drake, trying to be like Rihanna, but there's so few making it. But that's why I respect a lot of people who pursue it in the first place, because they know that you might not be the top 1%, but I'm still gonna go for it. I might not be the Drake next Drake, but I'm gonna still go for it, you know.
People be trying to compare too much though. That's why they be trying to live up to like this and that, but it's not necessarily about that. It's just about what you feel comfortable in, and then it's like, cool, all right, bet I'm gonna do that.
Actually, real quick, do people like compare you to any artist?
When I first started dropping music in commerce, cause Erica Banks, you know, had Busted Blood, they was like, "Oh, you gonna be the next Erica Banks?" I'm like, "No, the fuck I'm not. We don't even make the same type of music."
Right.
Like,
Erica Banks.
Yeah.
like, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
But now people, I don't know. I guess because I put out so many different vibes and went out. But I don't really see it. I'm starting to see it as that now. I really just be looking at it as like, oh yeah, I just be talking over a beat. Like, I'm literally just telling the story over a beat. But now they be like, some people say Drake. Some people say
okay.
Somebody said Big Sean one time. A couple people say Bryson Tiller. I be like, I don't see that.
I can see Big Sean though. I think he got a Big Sean voice, doesn't he?
Yeah, I can see
Big
that.
Sean?
He's got the Big Sean
I heard
voice.
Big Sean before.
I
I
can low-key see Bryson Tiller too. Just like the vibe you give off, you feel me? You chill, you know what I'm saying?
I can see Frank Ocean too. Not gonna lie, the music might be different, but your vibe.
My girlfriend calls me Frank Ocean now because I dyed my hair.
Yeah.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah. But actually, no, you bring up like an amazing point on how art like never changes over time. You feel me?
No.
But you know, I see here that you worked on two things in the year 2020 during the pandemic: Hood Angel and then Longer Days, and then dropped to 2021.
Hood Angel got put out 2020 in February,
Okay.
February 5th, but it was recorded a whole year before then. So I had a mixtape called Complicated, and I dropped that 2018. So 2019. Well, from since then, when I had dropped that up until 2019 to 2020, I had literally just didn't drop shit. I just took the whole year to like try and figure out what's supposed to be my sound, this and that. Like, I didn't say the articles too. My girlfriend was like, "Stop using auto-tune." I'm like, that's what's popping right now, you know. At the time, you know, Quavo and all them was popping. So I'm like, bro, that's what's popping at the time.
Yeah, 2018 Migos were hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
extra hot. So I'm like, that's what's cool. and I did a feature for somebody that it was like an old school vibe, like boom bap. But I ain't putting no auto-tune on my voice because for some reason I was like, it just don't sound right with this. And when I did that and I played it, she was like, that's the shit you should stick with. Like, I feel like you should do that. So then I was like, I bet. I'm gonna take a whole year and I'm gonna try and figure this shit out. And then I ain't dropping it till 2020.
So 2020, like, what was the biggest challenge biggest challenge, you know, being a pandemic and then trying to drop music?
It was kind of hard at first because, you know, people had just started trying to listen to Hood Angel. It was getting this little praise, and then boom, COVID hit. And it's like, damn. You know, I had just started doing shows on campus too, so I'm like, damn, I can't do nothing.
Shows get affected.
Yeah. Bro. But I spent every single day at that point, and I watched documentaries, you know. I tried to read a little bit. I went on a hiatus for the first time, so I didn't have no social media for like the first 2 to 3 months in a way. I had no social media. I just zoned out, tried to figure out some shit.
Well, let's talk about that, right? The social media from hiatus, we see that as a trend. A lot of people are taking, a lot of celebrities especially are taking. Like Ed Sheeran was out of social media for like years, as he wanted the hiatus as well. Like, I know people do that regularly too, but you being like, you having a fan base and stuff, don't you feel like you want to see that confirmation that, hey, I'm still relevant? Don't you want to post out more stuff to be more relevant? Do you feel that there was a lack of that thing happening?
I'm not sure, cause I've taken 2 different hiatuses. Like they were for 2 different purposes. So the first one, like I said, was during COVID, and I'm like, bet. I just, you know, every single thing I looked at, everybody was talking about the same thing, same ass jokes, same thing every single day. I'm like, I don't want to see this. This is rotting my brain. Like, I don't know. But what I did was I didn't just go ghost. Like, I literally told people. Right. Like, I made a whole entire post about it, and I was like, I'll come back when I feel like I think I'm good enough to be on social media. And when I did that, I had my first article that happened during that. So when I came back, I went ahead and promoted the article, and people was like, oh, damn. Like, oh, shit, he low-key kind of serious. Like, da-da-da-da-da. And then I was like, feel kind of messed up. Like, Hood Angel kind of starting to die off a little bit. I kind of need to do something else. So I dropped the Summer Vices EP in July. So
Summer Vices.
Yeah. Summer Vices is different because it's Hood Angel is like my come up as far as like who I actually am. Summer Vices is like the part of me that you really don't know because the tag on Hood Angel, but it's like I can really like rap like that, and I can tell you about like some other shit that I done been through. So I did that, and then I kind of just chilled a little bit. You know, I sold merch, and then I worked on Longer Days, and I finished Longer Days actually ahead of time. It was supposed to be an EP again. I was gonna do 2 EPs in the same year, but I said no. So I stranded it out to January, dropped Longer Days. I said I called my friends December or like November. Before then I was like, this next year I'm not dropping shit. I'm not dropping shit. I'm not doing nothing. So I literally did that up until April. I dropped another EP, but all it was music that was put out that people liked the most, and I just slowed it down.
Slow classics.
Yeah, slow classics. A lot of people like slow classics, and they was like, damn, you know, people don't do this shit no more. So that was cool. And then after that I went on a hiatus. Again,
just ghost everyone. But you let them know and leave. You let them know that, hey, I'm leaving. Yeah. I need some time to myself, and then you.
It's cool though, because they be like, damn, dude, good. You should take some time to yourself.
Good for you, right?
But they see the work that I put in like all year long, so they like, you know, you really do need to rest. Like,
nice, they respect that, right?
Yeah, they respect it. I think that's dope.
So when you're on these hiatus, like, I know it'd be hard for some people to turn that switch off, you know?
Yeah.
So do you just completely turn that switch off, no music altogether, just focusing on you, or?
I will not listen to other artists. I won't listen to any other album. So I'll literally just listen to myself.
You just play your own music for the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Do you think that helps you in a good way or a bad way? Because I know a lot of artists like to listen to different kinds of music so that they can get inspiration from them and create something of their own. But do you think having your own music played on repeat helps you just tone down yourself?
For me, yes.
Okay.
But I even now I don't listen to music to like get inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to just appreciate like whatever it is somebody dropped, and then I'll be like, you know, I mean every now and then, you know, it might be like some crazy ass shit somebody did, and I'm like, I don't think I did something like that. I can probably do something in that realm, but I'm not finna copy it. I'm making my own thing. But yeah,
that's funny too.
last hiatus though was more spiritual. Like I started getting into like crystals and gems and shit.
Oh, that's fun. Crystals. Do you consider yourself spiritual now? Like, do
A
you?
little bit more now I do.
Yeah.
I started getting into like destiny numbers and all types of things. And
Okay.
yeah, when I started doing that, I was sitting with my homeboy who just moved to Chicago. His name's Sage. He was like, we sitting in the car. He getting ready to smoke, cause I don't smoke. So but yeah, he getting ready to smoke, and he like, man, bro, you know what your life path number is? I was like, yeah, I think it's like a 7 or something. He was like, oh shit, you spiritual? I was like, I don't think so. I don't think I'm spiritual. He was like, bro, you spiritual, bro. You just don't know it. So then he gave me a stone. He was like, I got this when I went to Austin, and when I looked it up, it was a manifestation stone. So I was like, fuck, like,
Damn.
I don't know. But I kept it, and then I just started doing more research on things, and then I was like, I don't know. I got like a tarot card reading and shit, and I just start, I don't know. And the whole time, I'm like, I was telling myself, damn, bro, like, I really want to go ghost. I don't want to be on social media no more right now. But when I went to go get my tarot card reading, the person was like, you need to take a break. Like, you need to disappear for like 2-3 months. And I was like, bro, that's crazy, because I actually want to do that. So
that friend helps you get spiritual.
yeah,
To figure yourself that you're spiritual.
I feel like I've learned more and more about myself. Shit, I ain't down my hair now. Like, I would have never did that ever. I don't know. So I think I'm just growing more and more into my element and my artistry, and it's just unraveling. Like, as time keep passing.
Do you think you found your music, like your, like how you create music? Do you think you found yourself in a musical way?
I think I've done that already. I did that when I think when I dropped Hood Angel and I started seeing the reviews and people start asking me like, what is a Hood Angel? And I was giving them the answer, and they kind of made their own thing. I was like, I think I found myself. I think I found my lane that I want to do. So
let's go through that again. What is a Hood Angel?
what is a Hood Angel? When you're in like, basically you do the opposite of what everybody else is doing.
Okay.
In a good way. So I stay in the hood, but at the same time, I don't act like a product or from the hood. I don't carry myself that way. I don't act that way because I ain't got shit to prove to nobody. But, you wouldn't know that unless we just had like real in-depth conversations on that.
Yeah.
So in the limelight, I go to college and I do this and I do everything I can to make sure that you don't even think of me as a stereotype or anything. You just think of me as me. So it's like, that's angelic in a way.
Wow.
So
Oh, the angel.
No, for real. And if you think about it too, it makes sense because you said, you're a product of the hood. You've done things that people from the hood have not done. You've gotten your degree. You've made strides, and not only in music but in graphic design and art.
Yeah.
You've one of the most ripped out people I know. You know what I'm saying?
I see that, dude. I see it the first time. You got all that jewelry. You got the B earring. That's crazy.
Like, I feel like when people look at you and when they first have a conversation with you, like the first thought that comes to their head is like, okay, wow, this is a really well put together guy. Good head on his shoulders. You feel me? And
yeah, I see that.
And a lot of people from the hood can't say that, unfortunately.
It's true.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Like, now You know, people be in the hood and they be like, you know, if they do know me, they be like, bro, I fuck what you got going on, bro. That shit hard. Like, even when I just dyed my hair, I fuck with that gang. That shit hard. I'm like, it's the hair dye.
Yeah. Was that a stereotype? Like, was that taken in a good way or a bad way, like hair dyeing, or no?
I don't know. You know, people done dyed their hair in the past.
Yeah.
As far as like a, you know, like doing the tips and they do like the regular shit, like some Wiz Khalifa shit or whatever.
Cam, you got any plans for hair dyeing?
I dye my shit orange. Like that shit don't happen.
Yeah.
Nah, probably not hair dyeing, man. But I was thinking about getting some cornrows. I don't know.
I used to have some braids.
Braids? Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
Nice.
When I was making Hood Angel, I had braids.
Okay.
Your braids. Okay.
That too, I feel like it's a hair process that goes into making music. Like,
Really?
I don't know why. I feel like it's a hair process. Cause I had my hair like super, super long when I was making it, and then I cut it off, and I was like, I don't know, I feel different, and I made different types of music. Then I cut my hair off again. Like every single time I feel like I need to do something else, I change my hair now.
Nice.
So do you think that like ties into Tony B overall, or those are like the small personalities that make up Tony B? And does that tie into your music?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I feel like when I had more like a fade and shit, like it was more hood-esque in a way. Like now, people look at me, you know, they don't automatically think that because I've grown way past like trying to please people in that type of range. It's more like, okay, this is what the fuck I want to do. So they just respect it in a way.
Right.
But it does lead up to different personalities over time. Like I've been looking at it lately and I'm like, damn, you know, Hood Angel, I had a fade and I was wearing like puffer jackets and shit. And then, you know, Longer Days, the cover, it's the first time I show my actual face on a album cover. But I'm wearing my own merch for the first time. And I got my first Iced Out chain. So like, cool. That's a whole different like era. And then, you know, some advices I had like the iconic thing everybody was really fucking with, like, oh shit, he got his name on the back of a jersey, which was just Photoshop, but yeah.
So did you make that into merch? You made that into merch and you sold that?
I never did that one.
Dude,
I want to though. I want to.
Okay.
That's on the list.
That's actually a good idea. Clean.
So what's Tony B looking like in the next 5 years? What's your upcoming new plans, music, albums, inspirations?
It changes every single time. Like what I thought of 5 years from now might happen in like a couple of months. And so like,
oh, wow.
It changes every single time. But if I think in that range, I say by that time period I think I'll probably be on tour. I think I'll actually be on tour in the next year to two. As I always, it's a thing I know. I told Alex, I was like, bro, 2 years from now, a lot of shit gonna be different, and you know, the way my name is as a whole, people identify it as a brand, like completely different. It'll almost be like, damn, this nigga on some shit. But 5 years from now, I say tour. I've been and made different investments in a way.
Is that going to be a better mic too, or USB mic? You're going all the way with USB mic?
No. I think I've been in actually, you know, got way more studio equipment in a way.
Nice.
Or I might end up getting in touch with some people that, you know, just want to work with me on that note, and they might have like all the studio equipment. So,
yeah, dude. I've heard it's more about like, you know, getting the right producers who you can vibe with, who you can understand and relate with, you know. Once you find those people, like, I think that isn't that like you create a connection, they know what type of beats you like, you know what type of music they like, you just create some magical thing together.
No, in fact.
Yeah.
I agree.
So the initial team that you had, like, is it the same team now?
Like when I first started, it was just, like I said, it was like,
the rap group?
I think it was like 5 or 6 of us.
Okay.
Dropped down to 3. But in the beginning, it started with 3. It was just me, YG Flacco, and So Sage. So it started with 3, then it went to 6, then it went back to 3. And like now all 3 of us, you know, fan bases and whatnot, you have your own identity on different notes. And so like now I have the Hood Angel shit, but it's not just them that's a part of that brand in a way. Even though they my friends, it's not just them that's a part of that. I got like a whole expansion now. It's probably like about 15 people on my team now, I say.
Oh, that's dope, dude. Are you planning to do any tours in the next next year?
In the next year, I want to do a college tour.
A college tour?
Yeah,
Hit up UTD. UTD's one.
for real. Put
They
that
got.
on the list too.
You
I'll
think
tell my
UTD ready
PR.
for that?
Huh?
You think UTD ready for that?
They're not ready for Tony B yet.
I'm gonna tell my PR.
Yeah.
But this guy was in the SEO. You can, and they do a lot of flyers and stuff. They have a lot of artists coming usually too, right? Like
Mhm.
yeah. They got Plinth. They got a bunch of stadiums in there, not stadiums, like auditoriums. And yeah, I think that'll be a great place to. I mean, you can start anywhere you want, but UTD.
Yeah. When the first concert I did was April. It was in April, and the school that I was with basically paid me to like perform and headline my own event.
Oh, that's dope.
So that was the first time. You know how Ferguson is. Like
Yeah.
I packed out Ferguson and shit, and I did a live stream. Like it was cool. Dean came out. I did autographs
Oh, wow.
and shit. Like it was cool. Super dope.
And that's what I was saying, actually. Like, the way that this man has cultivated a community, you know, starting in college, and it makes sense you want to do a college tour. But it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I've noticed that Dallas means a lot to you. You feel
Yeah.
me? And so, like, what is your goal as, you know, putting Dallas on the map? You feel me?
I don't even see it as that no more.
Yeah. Okay.
It's too many people that want to be like, I'm extra Dallas. I'm extra. Nobody more Dallas than me. Like that shit don't really mean nothing to me no more. Just as much as I'm the hoodest rapper there. Like that shit don't mean nothing.
Mm.
Everybody can do that. It's about okay, you rap, you from here.
Yeah.
Like what make you distinct? Like what's your shit?
Yeah.
I can actually talk that. I can actually back that up now. At first it was more like, oh damn, I don't even know what to say to that. Like now I can, but when I talk to other people, I see like the opposite. I might ask them like, damn, what make you different then? So and so watch my story all the time. Okay, like what do you do? Like what you do that's different? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they can't really answer shit like that because they haven't even touched that realm of their head yet. Like
Yeah.
they still thinking little, like small minded. And when you think like just this area as a whole, like it's way much bigger than that. Like when I went to Minneapolis, it was completely different.
Ooh,
That's when I was like,
Yeah.
I'm never limiting myself to like just here. Even though like if I can check my streams and I check my insights, they all over the globe. Like
Yeah.
I didn't talk to fans that's in Brazil. I talked to a girl who came from like Japan and she started staying in like Arizona on some shit. But when I talked to her, she was like, yo, I was fucking with your shit back when I lived in Japan. I'm like, fuck. Like,
Nice. And that's the thing. You don't have to rep Dallas too. You just get big. You just get
Mhm.
popular.
Yeah.
And people just look up you on Wikipedia. Where you're from? Dallas. Oh, another rapper from Dallas. You know, you don't have to say Dallas every day too. That's the beauty about being
Mhm.
famous and stuff.
Oh, for real. And I'm glad you mentioned Minneapolis. I actually definitely wanted to talk about that. So, you know, during this time, I've seen you've been really big, especially what happened to George Floyd
mhm.
and your activism and everything that you've just been outputting. So, can you walk us through, you know, going to Minneapolis and you performing out there and exactly just everything during that time?
The internship I was on was meant for my graphic design. So I went from that to being like, you know, I got really, really connected with a lot of people in there that were going to be a part of the whole thing. But I knew, you know, like, damn, we doing a celebration for him and shit. Like, we got to, you know, like they having artists. Why can't I perform? I know I'm not from there, but like, why can't I perform? So I got in contact with those people and they was like, you got some songs? Send it. And then before I knew it, like, people in that foundation was like, yeah, we actually heard your music. Like, you actually legit. Like, you good. So I was like, oh, bet. Like, they actually mess with me. So when I went there, I was on the back of a truck. We was on like the march for George Floyd. So I'm on the back of a flatbed, speakers, everything. And they just driving through downtown, like Minneapolis, like the whole way, and I'm just like rocking the whole thing. But in front of me, it's not just the buildings and shit. Like, it's the whole march. Like,
Wow.
that was different. I ain't never seen that before. Especially like, you know, being from here and then also going to Commerce. Like, I seen a little bit more, but that right there was just like the biggest scale I ever seen it on. And I went on a like huge energy high.
Wow. So what was the reception?
What was the reception? Bro, they was singing the lyrics. And they had, that was the first time like me actually, and it was Protection. It was Protection.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dope.
They was singing the hell out of Protection on the hook. People was dancing in the crowd and shit. Like, it was dope, bro.
No,
It's amazing.
that moment was worldwide. Like, it started just from that city to US to people in Poland, in London, Japan.
Yeah.
Everyone was protesting it everywhere.
Mhm.
That was so moving. Like, just to see across the world, like people coming together for this one purpose, one purpose only, and it was beautiful. And you were there in front hand. You were in the front line.
The best part is like I said, I was there for graphic design, so I did the shirts, you know, for the foundation and everything. So they were like, oh damn, you know, I'm looking at everybody and they wearing the shirts, but then at the same time I'm looking at everybody and they wearing the masks that I created too. But then, you know, I hop on social media and I see all the flyers and shit I done created. You know, it's all over their social media feed, so it's like, I'm doing all of this. Half of them even know that. And then on the back end, you know, I get out of my suit and shit, and I'm a whole rapper, and rapping in the city and whatnot. Like, I don't know, it's just different. It's cool.
I feel that.
I couldn't have saw that coming though. If somebody would have told me that like ahead of time, you know, because you grow up and we saw Trayvon Martin and Oscar Grant, all these people who, Breonna Taylor, Dante Wright, like all of them who then passed away. You don't think, oh damn, I'm gonna actually be a part of a movement like that one day. Like you do, but not on that extent. Like to be that close to it. Like I didn't picture that.
Damn. All right, real quick. We good? Okay. Well, would you say that activism is a part of your brand? It's part of who Tony B is?
It became part of it in a way, but
Okay.
I wouldn't say it became part of Tony B. It didn't become part of Hood Angel, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like it became part of Tony B in a way that people low key started to respect me on that end, because they were like, you know, dang, he talk about this and that, but he actually doing stuff for communities, and like, you know, I don't see rappers who do that in a way. But that's what, you know, like the feedback was. A lot of times, you know, rappers, they I'm gonna go buy a box of pieces or this and that, and I'm gonna go to the homeless part of town and I'm gonna give it to these people and I'm gonna record it.
Yeah.
I'm a good activist. I'm a good person who cares about people. But you been on the street, like doing a whole riot.
Yeah.
You know, like you ain't did that yet. In fact, I can say I did it. I didn't even realize until somebody was like, "Low key, you a part of history now." And I'm like, "Oh, damn, you low key right."
Yeah.
So,
Oh, for real.
Like, you're about to be, man. Like, I mean, continuing on this graph, becoming an artist is not, it's way bigger than you think. You're not just a part of, you just don't have a fan base doing tours, but you go in the books. Like, you are going into literal history. People are going to remember that artist back in the day, like we listen to Beatles now. Beatles have been, I mean, so many people have been dead for so long.
Yeah.
We still listen to the same thing. We still keep repeating them and thinking about them. And that's what's called leaving a legacy. Like, you know, when you do this, you're leaving a legacy behind.
I just talked about that the other day.
It is. It's crazier. And that's why I love and respect the shit out of artists who pursue their dream before. And actually, this is one thing I want to talk about. Like, did you have any hesitation about pursuing music and knowing that you might not make it, about money? Like, did you feel like it's not a stable income, I might not make it? What if?
I think because I do art as a whole, and it's not just, I just solely focus on music, I didn't think like, oh damn, I'm finna go broke, cause shit, I invested in myself anyway. So it was like, you know, a lot of things got given to me just based off the fact that people mess with my personality, and it was like, I think you actually could do something. So it was like cool, but I had times too, like now, where I'd be like, damn, I still ain't hit this point yet. Or I still ain't hit that point.
Right.
And that's cool. I know I ain't gonna say I'm not supposed to have those thoughts, because I feel like that's normal.
Yeah.
But it's like a subconscious thing that I feel like messes with me. And sometimes I be thinking like, damn, bro, don't nobody want to hear this shit. Or like, da-da-da-da-da. And then, you know, I might get on Snapchat and then fans like, give me the fucking album right now. I'm like, all right, cool. I still got fans then.
That's the funniest shit, dude. Fans being violent is funny as fuck.
Oh, for real.
Because it's all coming from love. They're like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
They told me they will blow up my house.
Oh, man. So actually, I want to bring up another point that you said, because I remember when you started off with YG Flocko and your other homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sausage.
and I'm assuming that y'all still close. And,
Oh yeah. I actually I grew up with them.
Okay. So they your homeboys, like for real, for real.
Yeah, day ones.
That's what's up. Day
I
ones.
literally just got through talking to So like before I came here. He just moved to Chicago, so
Yeah.
he's on that music scene now.
And so all of you are actively pursuing your dreams.
Yeah, and what's crazy is when I did the concert in April, I had like full control. Like my PR handled all the paperwork. That's how I was like, wait a minute, you got them to pay me? So I don't have to pay them nothing. They finna pay for everything. Like, oh
Damn.
shit.
Oh wow.
But I had full control to like bring whoever I wanted to also perform. So I brought both of them.
That's
And
love.
so like now, you know, if I do go back to commerce, the reception I get is cool because people are now like, bro, he's a legend from here. Like he's a legend from here. Like, nobody else can do the shit that he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like my homeboys that came with me, they be trying to get them to perform now. But it's also like I told people when I left, don't contact me to be coming back here to perform on every single thing. I put in enough work. You need to get other artists.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I left, yes, to get my degree and graduate, but I know that I left some type of mark where there's other people, you know, they do music too. And half of the time, you know, people don't be giving them no chance because they just be trying to gravitate towards the it person. You can't have the it person all the time. It got to be another it person.
Thanks.
So
That's true.
So that's interesting too, because it seems like y'all's relationship has like different like layers to it, you know?
so many layers.
So would you say like while y'all actively pursuing y'all dreams, do y'all find competition amongst yourselves or?
We don't find
Right.
a competition, but we be like, they might send me some shit and I'm like, damn, bro, you really spin bars. Like, damn. I need to hop back on that. I need to get back on and learn how to spit bars. I need to up my pen game a little bit. I'm being a little bit too melodic or whatever. So
Would you say you're a better freestyler or better writer?
writer.
Writer?
I'm a better writer.
And that's what I'm wondering, like, where did you start off with? Like, did you just, as a child, did you just wrote stuff?
I used to make fun of songs.
Fun of songs?
Like parodies.
Mhm.
I used to watch a lot of parodies. So like when I used to like hear certain songs, I used to just say some random shit to just be funny.
So
It'd
that's
just
what
be me
the-
and my cousins. But then I ended up getting a notebook and I started like writing shit about like middle school. I still got that notebook though.
So that's where the creativity spark started.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you were like, I want to do this.
I don't think I got it to the point where I was like, okay, this is what I think I want to take it to this note and be serious about it up until I dropped Hood Angel. Even though, you know, I saw you all the time, Cam,
Yeah.
I still hadn't been like, yeah, bro. Like, I think I can actually like do this.
Yeah.
It didn't happen until Hood Angel. And I'm pretty sure maybe it did happen then, but it wasn't on that scale. So I can't even call it that. It's like it's almost non-existent. It's just not up to par. But yeah.
That's crazy, dude. That's really interesting. It's always inspirational to have people who start from nothing and, you know, getting it up there or on their way or out there, you know.
Mhm.
So it's fucking beautiful to have a conversation with you like this.
No facts.
Yeah.
I know we running low on time here, but quick question, like for those of your fans who are also aspiring becoming like, you know, musicians,
Mhm.
rappers, what have you, like what's one piece of advice you would give them?
Yeah.
I actually just had this happen the other day. I was at homecoming. It was a dude who came up to me, and he was like, "Bro, my homeboy want to rap. Like, he's a rapper and whatnot." So he was like, "Bro, I need you to give me some advice. I need you to help me." I was like, I can't really help you. Like, I'm not even on yet. I'm not on yet. Just cause, I come back here and some people like, they treat me a different way. That's cool, but I'm not on yet." And he was like, "I just need something. I can give you advice." But what I told him was like, you telling me, like, I need your help. You don't need my help. Like, need you, in a way. I don't think I had that realization until I cut my hair off for the first time. I thought I was growing it for so long. It was like, I be trying to reach out. I be reaching out to all these people. Even same thing with Dallas artists. I be reaching out all the time, trying to see if I can get a collab, whatever. Because some people do go hard. But they have a big, huge mindset to where they feel like they just the shit like that. And it's cool to have that for like for your drive. When you act like that as a person, I can't fuck with you. Like, I just can't. I can't.
Too much pride.
Too much pride.
Yeah.
And then in that sense, it gets so construed. So it's always, I say it's that, like, you don't really need nobody else. You just need yourself. And you need to actually take the time to research things. You need to take the time to figure out yourself. But even while you're doing all of this, it don't just happen like that.
No.
Like, it's okay if it takes you like a couple of months. And I be sitting there saying that, sometimes I'm like, damn, maybe I need to take more time to myself. But then I think back on it, like, I've been going hard for probably like 5 years, and it still hasn't hit like brink status. Like, it still hasn't hit that point. So, all right, cool. I've been doing it for about 5 years, but I see the progression now, so I can't be mad at it, because the same things that what I'm complaining about now was what I used to complain about, like, a couple of years beforehand. I used to sit back and say, damn, bro, I hope everybody fuck with me on campus eventually to do this, or damn, I hope people in the city recognize me eventually, like, as a rapper. Now I can go to the mall, somebody like, oh shit, you back? Because I'm always on the move. So I'm like, oh shit, you back? Like, yeah. So
one piece of advice for people would be, just do it. Just, you don't have to wait for no one. Just go start your own.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah. That and
consistency is key.
Consistency and manifesting. Manifestation, I feel like, is real. I actually started writing down things, and I seen them happen, and I just crossed it off. Yeah. It got to the point I had my mirror, and my entire mirror, I couldn't even see my reflection because I had so many like thoughts or subconscious thoughts or goals and whatnot that was oriented on it. So every single time I woke up in the morning, brush my teeth, I didn't even see my face.
That's beautiful.
That's dope, man. Well, Cam, I know we're short on time. Tony B, appreciate you. Thank you for coming on this podcast. That was our episode 1 with Shift the Culture. We're going to have a lot more of these consistently every week. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.